Hello, everyone. It's Women Talk Construction, and we have a very special guest on this very special week, Women in Construction 2026.
Woo-hoo.
And by the way, we're also turning 4. Hooray, Christy!
Happy
Right?
anniversary. It has
And
been
we-
a
Oh.
wonderful and also very long 4 years. Our
Podcasting isn't
family doesn't
easy.
know who we are because we started podcasting, right?
Yep. It's definitely a lot. But you know what? We have a special guest on our show that we have known
I know.
even
Since the
longer, and
beginning.
she does this too, and she shares our same passion with sharing stories. And to be honest, I really love hers and Jesse's show on Saturday mornings when I get to wake up and just listen to them teach me just how to be a good person. So
Thank you.
I
It is
welcome
amazing.
Jen Lacy is here with us this special week.
Ooh,
Hello,
thank
Jen.
you.
Hello, how are y'all?
Hey, we need to do the
Good.
heart.
We do need to
Is
do
this
the
it?
heart.
Let's do a heart.
And also, I don't think I put the numbers together, but Jesse and I just celebrated our 4 years with No BS in January.
Oh, nice. I knew it was pretty
I didn't
close.
realize they were so close together.
I knew it was pretty close. That's how we got
That's
to be such
so
good friends so
cool.
fast, I think.
Absolutely.
Because we were all like navigating the whole thing.
Well,
right?
they were teaching us.
Well, that's true.
Right.
Jesse was telling us.
We were still figuring it out for sure.
Yeah.
We're
Jesse
still
was
figuring
just
it out.
telling us what to use, and he's still telling us what to use.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
good
yeah,
at
yeah.
it. He's like all up on the tech side of
He is.
things. For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, now let's share that she does have a job. She
Yeah.
works in construction.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's pretty awesome how and we're also
Yeah.
going to have her at our she's been at one event and another one in Charlotte coming up in April 8th to talk. The girls in Greenville, Women in Construction, loved her, and we had a few male allies there. So welcome, Jennifer Lacy. She is with Robbins and Morton, and she is a kick butt women in construction. So welcome, and share a little bit about yourself, and then let's get started on the questions.
Okay. Well, one, thank you for having me. It's been a bit. So I did record with y'all before, and it was right
Yes.
when you were getting started, but you weren't doing video back then. You hadn't made that big jump. You were doing just audio. So I do remember, and 4 years, there's a lot's happened in 4 years. And
Yes.
so, I have been in construction almost 23 years, which is crazy when I put the numbers to it, and have been in this role a little over 6 years. And I just love construction, and I think I've every day that I'm in construction, I don't know, I find more and more things to love about it. So I am super excited to be here to get to talk about that. My role within Robbins and Morton right now is it's a long role. I think you'll have it on the screen, but it's the director of building forward and lean practices. And what that does is it allows me to just work with our people and really focus on culture of caring about the individuals doing the work and how are we getting better? How are we continuously improving? And how are we just valuing the people? And that's my heart, and that's kind of what's important to me. And I think we're probably going to talk about some of that today.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's our first
Absolutely.
topic.
Yes.
Christy?
Yes.
So, yes, we're talking about respect of people, right?
So-
Respect for people.
Mhm.
Why is respect for people is a hard-nosed operational practice that drives better alignment and less stress? How is that? Respect for people.
Well, number one, it's the core. When you talk about lean construction, which is the playground that I'm in a lot, in lean construction, it's the core of it. So there's a lot of things that can help our work be better, but the core is our respect for the people doing the work. And why do I feel that's important? It's because for the longest time in construction, it has been broken because we focus so much on outcomes and on the things we produce, which is important. But I think we have lost sight throughout kind of historically that none of it would have happened without the people doing the work. And I think what I'm in a position to do now is to highlight and elevate and shine a light on those people that are producing these amazing buildings and these amazing deliverables.
Yes. So tell us a little bit, tell our audience, because I think this is really, really impactful, what you're talking about today, how the small daily interactions of a leader create the psychological safety needed for a team to actually perform well?
Oh, gosh, there's so many little buzzwords out that I want to use, but I just heard one yesterday on a call that one of our safety, a division safety guys used. He said he just used the word respect, and that was the only thing that's the only thing on the slide, and he was talking about the value of respect, and we're like, well, yeah, we understand respect. Like, no, you don't understand. Is that respect starts in my mind with listening. But it's really understanding and valuing not just what I think respect is, but what Christy and Angela think respect is. Because if I have my definition of what is respectful for me in my position, it could be different based on your role, your experience, the things that you do. And we start by asking questions, asking very interested, open-ended questions to get people to know, hey, how's your day? Great. Like, we're so used to that. Just, we don't stop and we don't really pay attention to the people in front of us. And so the value of, number one, listening. So respect people enough to, when you ask them a question, listen to what they have to say. And I had a recording a couple of weeks ago, and your response should only be based on what they said. I don't think people think about that. Like, if I ask you, Christy, like, what is something that you do that people should be doing on other projects? I ask you a question and your answer would be what?
Technology and safety.
Okay. So if you say
technology and safety, yeah.
Right. Tell me like what type of technology. So that would be a response based on what you said, instead of, that's cool. What I think that is, what I'm saying, when I make it about me, I lose the connection. I think it's such a tiny thing that people don't think about, because they're going in already prepared for what they're going to say. It doesn't matter what you say.
Right.
When leaders, and I say this because there's a lot of people out there that are in positions, and maybe they're not on the job site every day. Maybe they're visiting, they're going and they're checking on things. But when you can stop and have a conversation with someone and ask them a question, and then they give you an answer based on something happening on site or something that you didn't know about, and your next question or your response is based on what they said, you are creating a connection there. Number one, that they see that you're listening and that you're valuing what they're saying. But two, you could learn so much more, because you're not just coming in kind of with these preconceived, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah. Wow. We need to teach a lot of people that, including myself. I need to write that down, because that's so good. And I do think that's why women have a better opportunity to connect than I think men have the opportunity, because men are more, God just made them that way, right? They're more analytical. They're ready to accomplish the job. They were there for a mission, where we were made to have children and to have empathy. And we do care about, finding out who they are, right?
But you can tap into that. You can tap into that, because as much as, yes, they are analytical and they are very system focused and things like that,
doesn't mean they don't want to.
Love to tell you about things they're doing.
True, absolutely.
And so if you ask the right questions and you listen and you continue to ask questions, they will open up to you, because they're excited about what they're doing and they're proud of what they do.
And they don't get asked a lot.
Yes.
Right?
Correct. That's the key. That's the key. They don't get asked a lot, because we all love to share about what we do, but they just don't. I've noticed, Jen, even when I respond in, like, on social media, so it's not just an action you take, like when you're vocally, it's even when you're, like, reading a post and how you respond to it. By the way, I love your post. I just saw it today, one of them, but I needed to see that today. So thank you. If you aren't following Jen, you need to.
Okay,
and by the way, a lot of what she just said, you'll learn. That's okay. Because guess what? I have a pooch down here, but he is not barking right now. So I'm lucky. But a lot of what she's talking about, they do on Saturday mornings, every other Saturday. And I need to, even though, I've been around for 30 plus years, I need to hear this stuff still. So, okay.
So really, I want to segue really quick because we were talking about Robin's Morton, then we're talking about Jennifer. I want to give a little background on the stuff Jesse and I talk about. So Jesse Hernandez and I have a platform called No BS with Jen and Jess. And you're like, well, where did that come from? Well, it came from us doing some live streams specifically around the 5S and relationships conversation. And it turned into a book and it turned into so many other things. But we had a plan on just having a conversation about a topic. And then we got done, and we had done it every other Saturday morning for about 3 months just to, to have content. And that was it. We were just going to do live streams and we were just going to let it go. And hey, we check that box. And people started showing up. They started sharing. They started really finding community in this couple of months. And when we got done, they were like, okay, what's next? And Jesse and I looked at each other and went, well, we didn't have any plan for anything else. And we realized that there was such a need for people to be able to have this community, to connect with people and talk about things that, I'm not saying they were taboo. They were just uncomfortable, and people don't lean into uncomfortable conversations.
It's a safe place that y'all are creating.
Yes.
And I love it. Keep it up, please.
And it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to avoid that, rather than lean into it.
And it's everybody. So we're not talking to you specifically.
No.
I have these very pointed conversations with my teenage daughters.
Right.
Never mind, Mom. No. You don't get to walk away. This isn't comfortable. This doesn't feel good, but we're going to talk about it anyway, because these are these are big girl problems.
These are things. Yeah.
I'm going to be able to walk away from.
Deal with. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. Okay. So this is Women in Construction Week, which is really cool. But I always share that we need to celebrate us being in the industry year round.
Yes.
Same for the next topic is mental health, physical health. I think we have a month talking about that, but that should not be just for that month. It should be for all year round. So treating mental health and physical health as a core business strategy to improve retention and safety. How do you feel about that statement, and what does that matter to you and others?
So one, I'm doing a talk internally for Robbins and Morton specifically on this topic. So I had a little cheat. I got to prep a little bit more on this one specifically because that's what my presentation is about. Sorry.
It's okay. It is
We're
what
having
it
a
is,
fight.
right?
And so just a second. Okay. And so I think for me, there's a couple of things when it comes to mental and physical health, is that in my story that I'm going to give a glimpse of it, but it's, so my dad was a single father. He was raising 4 kids, working 3 jobs. Like, that's what I grew up with. So I got to watch the toll it took on him, because he had to prioritize. He had to prioritize taking care of these kids and what he had to do. And work just, it took a lot of his life. And he was a teacher. And so he taught extra years so that he could have more in retirement and all of this stuff. And so I watched him just, almost work himself to death. And so he did not prioritize his physical health, his mental health. So cardiovascular disease, diabetes, that kind of stuff. He did not prioritize it. And he retired on January 11th, had quadruple bypass on February 11th, and died March 4th.
Oh,
that's the story that I get to tell on. It's not, you can't continue to put it off until you have time, because none of us are promised the time. And I use that story. It's not a construction story, but it's a story that I hold dear, and I see it in people every day. I watch them, whether it's the mental part of it and the things they're struggling with, depression or anxiety or things like that, or just this industry, because it's hard, just having a community around them that can help whenever sometimes you're having a bad day, but also the physical. I mean, we know the suicide rates in construction, because it's just hard. It's hard, the toll that it takes on people, and the substance abuse of just having to get through it, just get through the next day, or getting up early, staying out late, and the things and the toll that takes. I think we kind of just say it's just part of what we do. The cardiovascular disease, the heart, just all the things. Right. We've just kind of learned that that's just part of working hard. And it's killing people. And so like it is very important to me when I see people, and again, please know, I'm not saying this work-life balance. There's no balance anywhere.
No.
It's the integration of valuing this and focusing on this when it's important, and then also taking the time to make sure that you are caring for yourself, because how much better are our outcomes and the work we do when our head is in the right spot, when we're not physically hurting or we're not physically having to work through things. And so taking the time, and I mean, I have examples right now, even where like, oh, I can cancel. It's just a dentist appointment so that I can sit in on a meeting. Like,
right.
And that's the way I think. And that's the way I thought for the longest time. It's okay. I can push that so that I can just sit in and listen. Jennifer, like, if it's okay for you not to be here, you can find out later what happened. But that's how our brains work. And that's how we get to a place to where we're not healthy.
Well, that is absolutely true. And I think it's not just in the construction industry, right? I think it happens in leadership all over in every industry. But I also think that other, healthcare field, right? Those nurses and those doctors. So I think this is a very valuable topic for women in any field. So one of the things that you and Jesse really hit home on Saturday mornings is creating a transparent space for vulnerability. How does that work in an industry that usually avoids it? We talked a little bit about this, and Angela and I talk about it in our TEDx, but how do you do that? How would somebody that's listening today be able to go back to their workplace and say, I'm driven to be able to create this transparent space for vulnerability within my industry?
Okay, well, your question was, how does it work? It is scary as heck. It is scary as heck, and it is not something that all of a sudden you're going to go, oh, no problem, I got this. It's good every time we show up and talk about a topic, or every time we lean into maybe a conversation that I know some people are going to be like, heck no, I'm not writing on. I'm not
going there.
this. I don't need my name associated with this, because people are going to be like, oh, they're going to start picking me apart. I mean, it's what it is. So I think what I've had to accept is, Jennifer, you can run towards the danger, you can sit and be safe, or you can back away slowly. Like those are the options we have, and we all have them every day. And I've realized by leaning in, like we said, be a little bit uncomfortable and talking about things that people are scared to talk about, all of a sudden, all the things that someone's holding really tight, they go, oh, it's okay if I share this, or it's okay because there's other people like me. There's other people that feel what I feel. And when we don't do that, when we hide it and we protect ourselves, we put the armor up, oh, that's what everybody does. So I'm going to do the same thing. But when they start seeing people sharing and being vulnerable and being scared and being messy and, being a little broken sometimes, because it lets them realize, oh, that's a human thing. That's not a construction thing or an industry thing or even a gender thing. It is a human thing. And all of us have these pieces and parts that someone else can connect to or can help us with or can relate to. And I think once we started realizing that, just if we just start talking, if we have nobody that chimes in, if nobody talks, it's live. People can go back and listen to it. It may cross a path of somebody that is just needing it in that moment. Like that's our goal, and that was our goal when we started, is we're going to have the conversations that we know are important that no one's talking about. And if people jump in, that just makes it that much better.
Mm-hmm. And so they do usually jump in.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we do something and get something out of the way. And
finally get somebody to say something, right? And then it goes on from there.
Yes.
So
before we move on, can I read what Jennifer posts today, Jen?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Forgive them even if they aren't sorry. Let them be right if that's what they need. Send them love and send them off. Don't tie yourself to small-mindedness it will steal your well-being. So her post, what she wrote in the post, which is really as impactful as that, is the uncomfortable truth about letting go. How many times do we not let go of things because we just can't get over
I'm
it?
a codependent, so I know all about not letting go.
Not everyone will apologize, grow, or see your side, and waiting for them to is a quiet form of self-sabotage. That's what I had to read
Don't you
to
love
everybody.
it?
If you keep tying your piece to someone else's maturity, you will stay stuck exactly where they left you. Good stuff. Anyway, I just had to share that. Sorry,
Thank you.
Jen.
No, thank you.
It was good. Very, very good. And that is so true. How many times do we just
Mic drop.
hold on to things like people are not where we're at and we just let them keep us there, you know?
Okay, just
Anyway.
to like leave them. I mean, like, and it's not like sometimes we're
No,
like,
it's
just
not harsh.
eyes and
It's just let it
turn
go.
it back, and it's not about that. It is about
Right.
if you're doing like you got to take care of you.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's you got to love them and leave them. You got. I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to love them and let them be where they are, and know that that's not where you are and where you want to be.
Right. Love it.
Yeah, that's really hard to
If
do.
you're not following Jen on LinkedIn, you need to.
Yes,
That's all I'm
I
gonna say.
There's no method. Just so you know, Jesse and I talk about this all
I
the time.
figure
And I'm
it's
just
like
it's
you just
whatever
pops
hits
in
me in
your
the
head.
morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Inspiring.
having people like the three of us being able to, I mean, that's where I benefit is having y'all as friends and being able to talk to you about things that I'm going through and be really open and vulnerable. That's how you move through them, right? I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah. That's how
with
you
the people
grow.
that trust and care about you. So, do we have time for one more question, Christy?
I don't
I'll go fast.
know. Yeah.
No?
Okay. Let's go
Okay.
fast.
Let's
Yeah.
go fast.
Do it.
Super
Do it,
fast.
Angela.
Well, she's a creative leader. She's an author, an
Mhm.
illustrator. She helps bridge the gap and serve people. That's serve people is a big impact of your work. Share a little bit more with our audience because that's probably an outlet for you, right?
It is.
In many ways.
Yes. So serving is one of those that it for me the end of this is the beginning. So like this is just a pathway. This is just a step along whatever journey that I'm going to be on. And any person, any interaction that can help elevate someone else and bring them a smile, bring them something else, they feel cared for. They feel like somebody saw them. Like that is what I try to do every single day. And that's the serving something bigger than myself. And so I feel that is my purpose. And sometimes I have to anchor on that because, when you get confused or you get, you're frustrated, but it's what are you doing to serve the people around you?
Yeah.
And I think if you ask yourself that every day, what did I do today to serve the people around me?
Yes. I love it too. So listeners, if you didn't hear anything today, which there was a lot, right? And you need to listen to this more than once. And you need to listen to Adam's more than once and Jesse's more than once. These are the people that are making an impact every single day. Excuse me. Take away this. Add the value of respect by listening to everyone's perspective. And your response should be directly addressed by the question you're asked so that people know that you value them. Thank you, Jen, for being on today. Tell our audience how to get a hold of you, where to find the No BS show on Saturday mornings, all the things that you're doing. Let people know how to find you.
Okay. Well, LinkedIn is by far the easiest way, the best way to connect with me. And so you just search up. I'm not saying I'd be the very first one, but usually I'm the first one that pops up. So Jennifer Lacy, Lacy. And then you can connect with me there, follow me there, and I'm happy. DM me there. It doesn't matter. The other is No BS with Jen Jess. And that's the other platform that Jesse and I have every other Saturday morning. I think we have one coming up this Saturday at 8 o'clock Central. We have all kinds of conversations, but you can actually go back on YouTube and look us up and look at every past episode we've had over the last 4 years. So we have all kinds of stuff out there.
Great conversations. Great conversations. Thank you, Jen, for being here today. And as always, and of course, in the last 4 years or however long it's been that you've been on, the reason we do these shows again with these folks is because they're making big impacts. And what Jen always said, ripples of impact across the industry. And we want to know what they're up to now. You know, that's why we bring them on again, so that you get to hear the impact that they're making, because you too can make an impact. Thank you for listening today. Thank you, Jen. We appreciate you, and we will talk to you soon.